right, did we make it? All right, I think we made it, my friends. Somehow. I was having some technical difficulties getting online, so I'm glad that we're here. If you guys can hear me or can't hear me, let me know. Whee. Welcome. All right, I gotta go grab my little hot drink that I made while I was trying to figure out my technical issues, which was so fun, so fun. I'm gonna post real fast on Instagram that the live is going. I'm gonna post this while I go get hot drink. If you're here, say hi in the chat. I wonder what are you guys up to today? We're about to tackle this little beastie right here, and I'm quite excited. So. Hey, Colleen. All right, so I need to plan for the coming week, and I had a bunch of stuff I was trying to get done this weekend, and some of it got done, and some of it definitely didn't. I don't know about you guys, but I am like just tired lately. Is anybody else like just tired? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna take my book out of my cover. I'm getting a new cover in the mail. Should be here on Monday. That will be my actual cover that I'll be in for the long term. And then once I get that, I'll do a little like show and tell and like little setup video showing my inserts and stuff like that. But in the story of why I don't like and will not use this cover moving forward ever again, really. There will be some tea spilled for better or for worse. But I, as a consumer, I'm really quite annoyed. And as a fellow business owner, I'm also really quite annoyed by my experience with this cover and the business that I purchased it from. So I'll be sharing those details. And let's look at today. Okay, I did do a scalp treatment today. I did do my Chiro PT at home. I did take my vitamins. Okay, and today's Sunday. I have washed my clothes. I've done the bedding. I still need to do the bathroom, fold the clothes, and I need to do the floors. Okay, so does anybody just get tired of all the things on their to-do list? Or is that like just me? And this is kind of what's leading to my planning for next week and trying something a little bit differently. because I like take a look at this weekend, right? These are all of the things that I needed to do this weekend. And some of this stuff personal, I will still work on this afternoon. It's only 2:10 here, so I have time. Yeah, Colleen, I don't know how else to describe it except for I'm just tired. Like, I basically, if we are going to update today, let me pull out my sticker book. I basically have been a couch potato all day today because I just did not want, like, I had a visceral reaction to doing things. Like, if I looked at one more thing on my to-do list, I was raring to have, like, a meltdown. I don't know how else to describe it. YouTube live. But I also know I can't avoid the planning of things and doing of things. Oh, I did do a little bit of relaxing here. And I was actually in bed by like 9:30 last night, which was amazing. And I really haven't gotten out of bed much today. I've just been reading books and kind of rotting, and was like, I was supposed to actually hang out with one of my best friends today around like 10. And she's like, do you just need to reschedule? She's like, you sound like you're on the verge of like a breakdown. And I was like, I love you for understanding that. And yes, I actually do need, I do need a little bit of a break. So thank you for understanding. So yeah, that was fun. And actually, I'm going to see if I can zoom. I don't know if I can zoom out a little bit. No, I think I'm going to just leave it. My little cable that's got my camera plugged into the computer is being a little touchy with me today. So we're not going to try to do anything crazy today. And sorry if there's like this little eCam Live logo in the top right-hand corner. I'm testing out a new live streaming software before I commit to paying for the software. And I do think it's going to be a winner. I'm actually really enjoying it. I don't hate the quality of the live video that comes through the feed. So yeah, rotting in bed, honestly, today has been necessary. And sometimes I feel more anxious after I do that because I know, I couldn't get all the things done, but I'm like, I would have been angry getting the things done. Like, I would rather just like rot in bed, to be quite honest. And so anyway, this leads me to what I'm going to be doing. I did nothing. I did wash my hair. I did shower and wash my hair, you guys. And I did do a lot of laundry yesterday. I need to fold the laundry today. I did some knitting yesterday, which was great. I want to do a little bit more today. Did check my weekly. Need to go back through and log my meals for yesterday and today. Have not done that. Okay. All right. And some of this stuff, I would normally kind of like migrate things over sooner versus later. But I need to first look and see like what my capacity is this week. And so this is what I'm trying this week that's a little bit different. I've not felt the need to do something like this before. And before I forget, let me just check off my tracker. I did take my Adderall yesterday. I did take some today. I did wash my hair today. I did floss yesterday. Did my at-home PT yesterday. Did do it the day before also. And I did nails at home yesterday also. Just kind of like took my nail polish off and just put some clear coat on. I know that my mental health is suffering when I want absolutely nothing on my nails. I don't know how else to describe that, but I get very overstimulated by my nails when they get long. And then I kind of just take matters into my own hands and I sort of like drill them off and like soak them off at home because I can't stand them being any length beyond just short. But I did like trim my toes and I did some like cuticle oil and I did at least take care of them, but I just can't deal with them right now. So anyway, what I'm going to try doing this week is doing something that I'm calling capacity planning. And I do this sort of from the perspective of I will look at my capacity based off of like what I have going on for the week and what are kind of the priority things on my to-do list. but I'm going to do it in sort of a more specific way than I've ever done it in the past. And then I need to assess what hours are already dedicated to meetings and commitments. What are time sensitive tasks? I need to make sure I have buffer time or ad hoc time for personal hobbies and personal tasks. So hobbies is like doing music practice, doing crocheting, writing, things like that. And then personal tasks is like laundry, home care, errands, stuff like that, right? So as I'm going through this week, what I actually want to look at is kind of what my capacity is for the week and sort of make some decisions. And I need to actually move a couple things around because I just know I have some time sensitive things for client delivery that I need to finalize. Tomorrow, and tomorrow's a holiday, so I'm not actually in communication with like my clients or doing client facing work tomorrow. I'm just using it as kind of like a catch up day, if you will. And like I have a couple extra meetings that I have that I was like, well, I'm out of office on like regular holidays. So like any regular federal holiday, I'm out of office, and this is normal for my business because I'm a Monday through Friday business when it comes to service. And so I just hate that like I need to figure out like a day where I can actually go. Oh, I need to go to the chiropractor, but I want to start going on Fridays at like 10 a.m. And whenever I try to go in and schedule for Friday at 10 a.m., they never have it open. So I'm just messaging my chiropractor's office right now because I want to go, but physically driving to my chiropractor's office sometimes is a little bit difficult. Because if I can go at like 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, then I can go to the chiropractor. But if I try to go in the morning when I already have like some other things booked, I need to be better at saying, no, I'm not available this day. And I make a big deal about being good at setting boundaries, but I'm not super great at setting boundaries sometimes because I don't actually think about what my capacity is on that week, on that day. And I'm also supposed to be on my period this week. And I'm sorry if that's TMI, but that means that the days that I have things going on, like Wednesday, I have some calls, and a music lesson, and Thursday I have a music lesson in the evening and like a networking meeting. I am probably going to not be feeling super hot, and I'm going to want to be resting, which is also part of why I think I'm just like so overwhelmed this week. But okay, so if I look at what I have currently on my calendar on Monday, so hours of like meetings and time sensitive tasks, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 of those hours. Tuesday, I have 0. But I'm going to put cycle, and like cycle. Not that I know for sure I'm going to get it on Tuesday, but like I'm usually not more than a day off of what I'm anticipating. Wednesday, I have 1, 2.5, 3. So I have 3 hours of meetings. Okay, and then I've got 92.5 hours of meetings. And then Friday I have half an hour. So I have 0.5 hours of meetings. So I literally just went through and looked at my calendar and said, how many hours do I already have like committed to places? And then I need to know, because Monday for sure I will wake up in the morning and go to the gym. I feel like every time I try to like, I have a week where I need like a reset, it's always like the week of my period. I'm like, that doesn't do me any good. I have endometriosis, and I just want to put the disclaimer out there that having like a shitty period, if you don't have like a reproductive or chronic illness, is actually not normal. Mine are somewhat normal because of a chronic illness. And if you don't actually have a chronic illness, having a period that makes you unable to do like normal things like get out of bed and work is not normal at all. Just putting that out there. Gym routine. I need about an hour and a half to like wake up, get to the gym, get done working out, and then go into work. So personal. Gym. I'm going to hope that Tuesday I get to the gym. Wednesday I probably won't. Thursday will be a maybe. I just feel like there's never enough time, and I'm just like tired of doing things all the time. I don't know how to explain that. Like, I'm just exhausted. And I know that a lot of that has nothing to do with how I feel about my job or my business or anything. It has more to do with just where I'm at currently with my mental health and like my grief journey and dealing with things. And I'm just, my bandwidth is just so much more tapped than it used to be. And right now I'm just in a period where it's more tapped than not. I don't know how else to explain that. Okay. And then I'm not going to do Saturday, Sunday capacity planning because I just want to make a note. I do have a Saturday photo shoot. We're doing lifestyle and outdoor, 2 hours. So I know somewhere in this, I need to plan my outfits for the photo shoot. If you guys can hear me okay, will you let me know? I had some issues with my audio on the last live, and I'm thinking that hopefully this week I got it figured out. And I've already blocked in an hour for lunch for myself on a daily basis. Okay. And then priorities this week. I'm going to make, this needs to be marketing. And then like community engagement. Okay. So let me look at this. And then I've got this next thing here that I want to basically I've been putting all of my stuff on my to-do list on a daily basis, just in like, let me open up to like Friday, in like work, personal, which is totally fine. But I've gotten just this week, I need to maybe mix things up a little bit. And so what I want to start doing is adding, I need to white this out. I need to, can I white this out? Will you let me white this out? My book is getting a little chunky, so she's a little temperamental. I want to start moving over my like weekly tasks into client resources, admin, marketing, education, and BNI. And then on a daily basis, I'm going to kind of pick like what my focus for the day is going to be based off my capacity. So like Monday's priority is going to be client resources, and is also going to be marketing. I have some stuff that I need to edit, schedule, get up, things like that. Tuesdays is going to be check-ins and community engagement. And I actually need to, I always do check-ins. I have like a bunch of, when it comes to marketing, I actually also need to go through like client wins, end of year stuff, YouTube and podcasts. I need to kind of like map that out. And I actually have a page in my notes for marketing for November right here. Which has some notes. And I haven't done anything with that. Mainly because I just keep getting pulled in by things that come up on a daily basis. And it's just hard to get ahead when you have things that come in that are time sensitive and they have to be tended to now, and then it pushes other things off. Right? Easier said than none. I need to give myself about buffer for work 1.5 hours. Today's going to be a low capacity day. So there's going to be no additional priority. And same with Wednesday or Thursday. Like I'll do my meetings and I'll do my client support and like the minimum of like community engagement and stuff like that. But I'm not going to be doing any projects, anything that's sort of pending on the to-do list outside of what the immediate day-to-day tasks are not going to be a thing. And then Friday is going to be my sort of like ad hoc day outside of my normal tasks, which is tough because I've got, this is where sometimes I just like want to cry because I feel like it's impossible to do everything that needs to be done on a daily basis. I've got all these things that are supposed to get done on a daily basis, but I usually don't get to all of them. And some of them don't take as long. So I almost wonder if I just need to like, rather than saying like, I need this much time for this much time for this much time for this, almost just work in sprints. So I need to do like recurring sprints that are non-client delivery. Sprints TBD. Here's the thing is I worked yesterday and I don't want to work at all next weekend outside of my photo shoot. Like for my mental health, I need to like have a full weekend where I'm not actually on my computer for work specific things. Like I need to try to tackle it all, but it sucks because if I am ill these 2 days, it will bleed over into the weekend, which is super annoying. I don't know why I'm in such a pissy mood, but I really am. And I know that when I get like this, it's because I haven't given myself enough time to just deal with things and take care of myself, emotionally and mentally. Okay. Oh. I actually might have to reschedule a couple things. Um, yeah, I'm going to reschedule a couple things. I have to take care of myself first. Um, all right, we are rescheduling those things. I just can't. If it's going to make me like have like a panic attack, it's not worth it. And these are not necessarily uh, things that are inherently necessary to um, my business or my clients. So we're going to take those things off. Okay, I feel a lot better. Okay, so that means that I only have one thing. 1 hour of things on Monday, which is immensely better. Immensely better. I like this for me. And I think I'm going to sleep better. Oh, man. Okay. I hope that makes basically what I had to reschedule was just like networking meetings. Like I had some things pop up and I just need to not I just need to not be dealing with those things this week. Like knowing that Tuesday through Thursday are going to be low capacity days for me, I have to make sure that my Monday, Friday, and like usually it's just day 1 to day 2 of my cycle that are like really uncomfortable. Day 2, I can get some more things done, although I'm still in a decent amount of pain. But I did find that using cramp bark and raspberry leaf tea in addition to like a heating pad last month really, really helped. And that's actually pretty solid with endometriosis cramps. So it's functioning, but I just wasn't moving around a whole lot. I was just sort of like existing, which is fine. Totally fine. But I need to take care of me and take care of my business and my clients first. And I will reschedule those networking meetings and I won't put any more on the schedule until I get those 2 that I rescheduled basically rescheduled. I'll prioritize those, but I'm not going to, it's tough when you start doing in-person networking because it's like, it takes time to build those relationships in person. But when you have time is your most important resource and it's also a non-renewable resource, it's like, well, shit. Like, what do you do? I only have so much time. And I also know I need to not like have a mental breakdown. Yeah, so I just need to take some things off my calendar. Okay, so now that I have this to kind of reference, I'm going to start looking at what needs to be like moved over. So first things first, I'm going to look at this page. And I'm going to do client resources first because that's like the priority that I want to focus on for Monday. And there's a couple things. So like I need to finish Danielle's labs chart. I need to finish Bree's intake notes. I just have like paperwork from people. And I need to just review her paperwork and put some of the pertinent notes into my document for, I have a client for each of my documents that I work in on a weekly basis. And I keep the most important things in that document for reference so I don't have to constantly go digging through their paperwork. Liz, I need to do her iPad sign testing, resend, PAR-Q, and health history. Shelby T's, Jesse Stats, Liz G, workouts, Emily, habits, and using reminders. I need to look into some of that stuff. And Monday will actually be a really good day for me to kind of start the day with some of this stuff because I can sit down for an hour, kind of knock out a lot of this, like first thing. And then it'll be good and I'll have it all ready to go for Tuesday morning when I'm back sort of in office and I can send it to everybody. So let me see. Oh, recipe-based links. I need to check those. Yeah, see, like even like this last Thursday, I just hit a wall on Thursday, like physically, and I'm like, I can't do anymore. I'm glad that you guys seeing me sort of like reshuffle my schedule is at least oh, I did this. You know, making sense. Bree BC plan. See all of this like client stuff. Okay, Angela research. And I'm not going to rewrite all those research things. I'm just going to go see page 84. I already moved that. That's moved over. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. So this is good down here. Okay. Like all this came in this week and I just like I had a bunch of time on like Friday to get some of this stuff done, but the list was also twice this long. So I only got like half of it done. So I really need to get the rest of it done. Okay. So marketing, I need to priority finish November, IG, map out 2 pods, record, edit, schedule. And actually I should do 4. And what I'll do is I'll block out time in like the podcast studio to do some of this stuff. So when I say time block next to the recording, so what I'll prioritize tomorrow is mapping out all of the podcast episodes I basically need to record for between now and the end of the year. Education, I need to check NASM CES end date, and I need to make a checklist for science of strength training and the CES. And funnily enough, one of the inserts that I'm going to kind of include in my books starting at least this year isn't even necessarily like an insert, but I keep recreating these checklists for like the courses that I'm taking. And then like I get behind and I actually have these like tracker pages for like my personal care that I showed you guys, I think in another video. I actually tore them out of the Sterling ink book they were in and I tipped them in here because I realized I didn't need an entire like page, like an entire booklet just for this, because and I'll talk with this once I have like all of my inserts. What I'm actually going to be using is some dated inserts for 2025, some monthlies and some weeklies, and then I'll be using actually from our notebook, because I realized that the 400-page notebooks are too big. The 272-page notebooks from Sterling Ink are the perfect size, but I can't fit an entire quarter in them. And for my planning purposes, I really like fitting an entire quarter in one book. Like having an entire quarter in this one book has been so nice. And so I did some mathing and realized that a Stalogy notebook is only, and I'm actually going to be shipping these books off because they have since found new homes. So this is a 272-page Sterling Ink notebook. A full year Stalogy is only 2 millimeters wider than this and has 365 pages, which will fit an entire quarter in it for my use case purposes. And actually, hold please. I want to do a video of like all my journals, because these aren't planners, but they're journals that I use. So this particular one I use for my personal, this is like my book thoughts, not for like anything that I'm doing for fun, but it's like for this psychocyber, like when I'm reading this, I have this open and I'm scribbling down thoughts because it helps me remember the information that I find the most important. And so it's just a B6 Stalogy. And this just usually lives in like my backpack, and I just whip it out, you know. We used to whip it out like 1 or 2 days a week. I need to actually work on finishing it this month. So I'm going to start carrying around with me. I just hate how the book gets like so scuffed up, which sucks. But I also write in this. Like I've listened to this on audiobook, and I'm actually writing in this right now. So I want the physical book, but any tips on how to protect a paperback? Let me know. But here's a full year Stalogy, and it's not fluffed up because there's only pen in here, only pen and highlighter. And if we look at the thickness, right, this is not much thicker than the 272 page, but it's also thinner than the 520 page, right? And the 400 page, which was this one, is just too big, right? Because see how much this fluffs up, because I have an A5 400 page that I'm also destashing. I mean, look at the width from the before, right? This is 400 pages before, and this is 400 pages halfway through. Right, we're going into mid-November, and this is going to take me through the end of December. So I needed a book that was a little less thick, but would have enough pages to get a whole quarter. And turns out the Stalogy is going to do it. So I'm actually ordering an A5 Stalogy, and I'm going to have it chopped down to standard size. And I'm very excited about that. So, but I'm trading somebody this one for some vertical inserts, because I do like having a vertical planning in here, because this actually does kind of help me map out the week, and I'll do that here in a second. I do like having the vertical inserts, and I don't love drawing them out because it takes up a lot of space. Like I have this one from last week, and I have this one from this week that I'm going to do here in a second after I finish migrating some things. And then I found somebody who wanted these two booklets. So somebody is getting these two booklets, and then somebody else is buying this 520 page booklet, because they're just either too small. Like this is too small for me to fit more than realistically like a month and a half in. I could fit 2 months in here if I'm really judicious with my pages, but I don't like holding myself back. And then somebody's trading me the vertical weekly inserts for 2025 for this booklet, which I think is a fairly fair trade, because they're roughly about the same cost after shipping and stuff like that. But I'm just glad that I found people that would want these notebooks, because I'm not going to use them. So they're claimed. I'm so excited. I do have some other inserts that are not going to be used. But anyway, so I'm going to cut down a A5 Stalogy, which is the 4mm grid, because I do prefer 4mm grid for planning. The B6 has the 5mm grid. I just don't love the big grid. I'm going to do this, cut down the A5 to TN. And yeah, I'm not going to chop it down myself. I'm going to just take it into Staples and have them chop it down because it costs like $1 to do that. And I don't want to stand there and like chop it with I have a razor that I could use to do it, but then it would be kind of goofy. I think it's just going to be easier for me to take it in, and then I'll have one book per quarter plus whatever inserts I use as the year goes on. And I didn't realize I would love strings as much as I do, but I'm really starting to love them. Okay. So anyway, so that is at the very least I put just little Avery tabs on here. That's at least the client resources that need to get done. And I don't think I have client resources listed anywhere else in this because I pretty much keep them all in that one area. Okay, so those got migrated. That got migrated. That got migrated and done. I did not sweep Monday and Tuesday. I think that got done. My admin team handled that. Did that. Did that. Did that. Did not do that. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Admin, caboodle. Email and automations. Okay. I need to sign Cheyenne's. I already set that up for this week. Okay. Cheyenne. Agreement and invoice. That's my photographer. Okay. And then eCam. I think I'm going to actually pay for this live streaming software. If you guys think that this is okay quality, like from a visual standpoint for live streaming, let me know. This is the most cost-effective software that gives me the highest streaming quality with the camera that I have. So if you think it works okay, let me know. And that tells me that I'm doing something right. Because what I'm going to then do is then once I know what software I'm using, I'm going to schedule some more specific live streams to specifically for my business and doing like meal plan with me live, meal prep with me live, like while I'm cooking in my kitchen type of situation, or unhaul this grocery haul and help me put my meals together for the week and just like walk people through how I do that. Because I think I'm going to start doing it for clients like exclusively to start with. And then I will start opening it up to like community members. And then I'm also planning on doing like a Thanksgiving. Also, speaking of this, Thanksgiving workout. I'm doing like a live workout on Thanksgiving, and that will be hosted on a live platform. And so I'm thinking using live streaming would be the best option. Although I might do Zoom because it's a little more in real time. But yeah. Yeah, most like Office Max and Staples and stuff like that will have like the industrial sized guillotine that will cut down a notebook. That's what I did when I chopped down my cousin. So I journaled in this Spring Start cousin from April to September, if I'm not mistaken. When was this? Through August, April through August. And this was so much fun. I loved this so much, but I don't like A5 really for journaling. I love it for my research notes. I have an A5 Stylogy at my desk. That's like my research notes. And that's where I write notes when I'm doing courses and continuing education. So it just lives at my work desk, at my workspace. Although I really should start bringing it back and forth with me because I kind of wanted to do some studying this weekend and didn't have my notes with me. And I was like, oops. And so I had them chop down my cousin. And it cost me $1.71. for reference, you know, and that was 2 cuts. And so it was really, really nice. And so it came out, you can see real clean, right? Real clean. And so, yeah, most big box office staple stores is just go to the printing counter and they will cut it down. But yeah, this was great. I still have it on my desk currently because who knows what I want to use this paper for. I mean, I did actually, JK, I did journal through August. Yeah. I said, well, I'm officially moving into TN. I was going to try to make it in August on this book, but I'm just feeling too antsy. And you know what? That's okay. This book has served me well. And realistically, I mean, I have did some like overflow journaling in these back pages too. If I ever want to pull this paper out and do anything with it, it's kind of nice to know that it's there. So I'm just leaving it on my desk, but also it's kind of fun to flip through this because this was so much fun for journaling. It really served this purpose when I was using it. And so while I didn't finish this book, I'm really appreciative of the purpose it served for me until I came to this conclusion that I just really do want everything in one notebook. But this was my kind of companion journal while I was in Rings from the spring to like the end of the summer. And I just really wanted to be in a cousin. So I picked up the Spring Start and knew what I wanted to use the pages for. And I actually started using it kind of in March. I started a little bit early in it. And it was great. I love it. Cousins are great books, you guys. I love them so much. I actually had half a mind to get I really kind of at one point was toying with the idea of getting the Han in the black gingham cover, chopping that down to a TN size. Oh my gosh. It would have been so unhinged, but it would have been so much fun. But I write too much. I mean, goodness gracious. This is 2.5 months, my friends. I just couldn't. There's no way I could stick it. You know what I mean? Like, I just know myself too much. I wouldn't be able to live in a book like that for very long unless I just disregarded all of the dates and used the pages up for as much as I could. But then that's a really expensive book to use up that quickly. You know, it's like a $60 book. But that's also the other reason why I like the idea of cutting down Stalogy because they're only like $13 on Amazon. And I feel like that's a really easy, I could use one of those a quarter. And then what I'll do is I do love the Sterling Ink 64-page booklets. Love, love, love those. So I'm going to pick up, along with the monthly insert, a few extra of the 64-page inserts as kind of overflow. I have a sneaking suspicion because my notes in this book are really, I only have 24 blank notes in this book. And my journaling pages are kind of dwindling also. And so I kind of sectioned off of if you want to keep the whole month in here, you can only go this far in November. It's already sectioned off my December. But I have sort of a backup little insert that I can use for overflow already in here because of the self-care notes that I took out. I just have this one and I pulled out the first, hunk of pages in it. So this one starts on page 13, but I figured whatever I need to overflow in, I'll just overflow into this blank booklet, right? Which could very well may happen this week. And then I'll just shelve it together. And I think that's perfectly fine. Okay. So anyway, back to my grading. As I'm looking for things that are on here that need to, I think this one is done. Clearly Thursday, like I said, Thursday was a rough day. So Thursday, I think, is done. Wednesday. I'm sweeping right now. Lucas' email got moved. Some of this stuff is already on. I think I'm going to just move it to today. And then once today is over, because after I get off this live, I'm going to do some personal stuff. Rebook massage. Update. Spending. Then what I'll do is anything that's left over from today, I'll migrate into next week later. But I'm going to spend the afternoon just taking care of personal things. No, this November 9th yesterday was my uncle's funeral up in Minnesota. And I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on whether I wanted to go. But my uncle died on October 17th, and the year anniversary of my dad passing was on the 25th. And I'm just not ready to go back up to Minnesota yet, because when I do go, what I want to do is I want to take some of my dad's ashes, and I want to actually get some spot to inter his ashes at his family's cemetery. And I'm struggling to do that. And I didn't want to go back to Minnesota for my uncle's funeral without my dad, if that makes sense. And I just wasn't ready to do that. And so that might make me selfish, and I need to get in touch with my cousin whose father passed. He lives down here. And so I need to get in touch with him and, just to have lunch or get together, or have him and his wife and his kids over for a fish fry, one afternoon, and just just be there. Because he lost his dad to Parkinson's, my uncle died of Parkinson's, and my dad had Alzheimer's. And so they both kind of met these like really sort of very sad experiences at the end of their life. Not to be too depressing, but I just didn't go. And I think that's also why I'm kind of in a funk this weekend, because a lot of this grief stuff is just bubbling up. End of day catch up. I do want to do this from this week. Actually, I might take care of that still tonight, which is technically a work admin thing, but it'll take me 2 seconds. I do an end of day report at the end of the day, each day for work. Usually I don't miss it, but I track not just the hours that I worked, but like, what did I get done? What didn't get done? What are kind of the notes and reflections of the day? And then also I rate my effort and my focus, which are not always the same. Sometimes your effort and your focus are 2 different things. Right? I can be very focused on something, but have minimal effort towards the actual priorities of the day. And I can have a day where my focus is like a 5, like my effort is like a 5, but my focus is like a 2. So, it's not they're not perfect. Grocery list. I need to do this. Okay, so Wednesday is pretty much done. I sort of did this brainstorm already for my goal planning, which I'll do a video on that once I figure that out. I did not tend to kind of my personal habits as well this week. I wrote notes down on like my food log so I can go back and do food recall, because I'm working with a coach right now doing reverse diet. And this week, I think just sort of having like the grief stuff bubble up has made tending to myself difficult. And I'm doing my best, but I'm also just trying to give myself some grace. Canva. Okay, I need to decide if I want to keep Canva Pro. So that's going to go on my admin list for this week. My annual dues are due, and I think I'm going to keep it. But I just don't know how often I use it. Like the features, right? I'm like, do I use all those features that are actually in Canva Pro that I need to follow up with Desiree. So Desiree is, this is marketing technically, because she's a web designer, and I met her at a networking group, and her and I are doing a trade. So I'm going to give her 6 months of coaching, and she's going to do a website build out for me and help with like my Google business page. And I'm very excited for that. I'm not big on doing trades for services unless it's something that I actually need and it makes sense for me to do. Otherwise, I just prefer I'll hire you and you can hire me like as normal. So I'm not big on trades usually. So that's Wednesday. Insurance follow-up. I need to do my ASICS. Okay, Belkin warranty and insurance follow-up. So that's actually going to go on here. The Belkin warranty is my screen protector for my phone. I need to pull out the Christmas decorations. Follow up ribbon. Thanksgiving. Ben and Lexi. My brother was going to send a card to my aunt. And I don't know if he did, so I'm just following up to see if he did. We need to figure out Thanksgiving. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know if I'm hosting. And he's got mom's meals this week. So my brother and I are kind of starting to trade off, like making sure my mom has like meals for the week. Her knee is getting replaced in early February, and I can't wait. The surgery can't come soon enough because her mobility with her knee is so swollen and so painful, is just tough. So we've been kind of trading off, like making sure she has like meals for the week, although he picked up some stuff for her, even though this was my week. Actually, I should just keep this back on here. Mom meals for next week. And what I'm actually going to do is pick up some stuff from Butchered Beet, which is like a local meal prep place around here, because I don't necessarily have time to cook for her. Ruben's been when he does meal prep for his family, he's been bringing her stuff. She won't eat the things that we eat. We eat a lot of venison and elk. She will not eat those things. So we can't cook for her what we're already cooking for ourselves. But Butchered Beet does like some of these really great fresh meals. And if I pick her up 5 or 6 of those, she will eat they're big enough that even I will only eat half a serving per meal. So I can kind of send her the menu and be like, hey, let me know what you want from here. I'll pick it up and drop it off. And then that will also I need to drop off her planner. I got her a planner for this coming year. I got her the N2 horizontal compact weeks size in the fairy floss. She was in a Liberty Fabrics weeks this last year, and this is like the perfect size for her and her style of planning, and she does everything in like a paper planner. And so I got her like a cute Salty Katie Co clear cover and like a little pen loop, and like I keep her in the good pens. So I pick out a new planner for her every year. And this year I got her the fairy floss because I thought it was just so darling. And I got her the gold edge because that's very like her. That's like very much her style. At least I think I got the gold edge. Did I get the gold edge? Yes, gold. And so this is very like her. It's very like girly and cutesy, and so she's gonna be super excited for that. So anyway, okay. So from here, I need to follow up on Sam's contact for BNI. So let's go back to my sort of like weekly categories. Sam's contact. I need to reschedule Pam and Billy, and then schedule with Alyssa because she asked to do a 1-to-1, and so I need to text her about that. Okay. So looking at this week, I need to do November and December dues to Daryl. Log education and badge. Because I did this and this and this. Okay, state LLC and federal LLC. I've got to do this week. This might actually be something good to start the process tomorrow. Even though everybody's closed tomorrow, I have the email saved in my state for who I need to contact to make the changes to my LLC filing. And then once my state LLC is updated, then I can pursue the federal LLC filing before the end of the year so I don't get fined in January. Okay. YouTube verification. I need to make a payments spreadsheet. And I don't think all of this is going to get done, but this is where also I'm going to follow up on caboodle tickets. Calendars and automations. I really enjoy doing these lives with you guys. If you are also doing your planning, let me know. I feel like doing the lives for planning is kind of fun because it's fun to think out loud with my process, and then I don't have to actually edit down the video, which means that I can post more consistently with the plan with me's, if that makes sense. But also, if I wanted to edit this down, I can, because the Ecamm software that I'm using to live stream saves the live stream to my external hard drive, which I probably should plug into my computer. So hold please while I go do that. Hold on. All right, there we go. It's plugged in. So that way when I end this, it will be good. Okay, so this is all. I would like to make a deep clean list for the house. Mainly because I want to start some things, but also my in-laws, my mother-in-law and father-in-law are coming to visit after Christmas through New Year's, and my mother-in-law loves to deep clean. And who am I to stop her if she wants to help us around the house? There'll be a couple things. And so you'll see here I have my check monthly at the top of this week. I need to also go to the Genius Bar this week. I was supposed to go yesterday, and I just couldn't stand to leave my house. So Genius Bar. Admin Genius Bar. The universal control on my computer to my iPad is not controlling. So I can't like push through the side to control my iPad with my keyboard and mouse. I can only extend to the display, which is fine, except for I don't always want to do that because the battery drains a lot faster. But anyway, okay, I think that's pretty much all that needed to be done. So like this down here is done. I'll still check these off, but let me just check my monthly really quick and see if there's anything. Okay, I should pull these in for marketing. 1014 question box. And I should also pull in, see, this is why I need to check my monthly because I wasn't using these effectively. I should download Sign Now. That won't take long, and actually I could have my admin help me with that. And I think that's all I'm going to pull in from my monthly. YouTube resource. And actually I found that resource. I showed it on the last live and then it sort of went goofy. And I think I'm going to just share it sort of as is to my other channel. Oh no, eye surgery. Bujo planner days might be over, pre-printed, and then sort of Frankenstein the rest. You know, that's kind of what it's nice sort of having the option to do like the smaller booklets that are like predated and then get a blank notebook for everything else. Like there's something so freeing about that, knowing that I can have like certain things for the year kept in one spot, you know, and then everything else. And then I am still using like my passport. I have my little Sterling ink passport inserts that I'm using, and I just use these for my spending each week. So this week was actually fun. I actually put what bills I have due, like, and like other things that I have in addition to my spending, which is kind of fun. And I just love this little passport because it literally just slides. I don't need it on a string. I literally just slide it into this, like there. And it's so skinny. It's so skinny. You know what I mean? And so I have my little passport inserts for 2025 already up on my shelf ready to go. And I can't wait. It just works so well. And then it keeps it all in like one little spot because the rest of my finances goes in like a spreadsheet, but I just need something that's like an at a glance for like a daily. And then when I do my spreadsheet stuff on like a weekly, bi-weekly basis, then I can sort of cross-check things. So anyway, okay. So this is, I think all of this is kind of done. And then I think everything here is ready. This was all unnecessary. It went on the wrong week, so I can ignore that. Okay. Cleaning, wash clothes, fold clothes, bedding. Oh, you guys don't even want to know how many clothes I have to fold. Bathroom this afternoon. I'm going to put on like a movie or something and just start folding all my clothes. Oh, 2025 prep. What are you using? Tell me. I can't wait to have all of my bits and pieces so I can show you guys like the setup process that I'm going to do for my book. I might do maybe my, once my Stalogy gets here, what I might do is prep my Q1 book live. Maybe that would be a really long live because that usually takes a few days for me to do that. Like I number all the pages. Like I do, bathroom, dust, and floors. I still need to do some dusting. Actually need to dust like the master bedroom this week. I did everywhere else last week. I also love Plan With Me's because I feel like they're so relaxing. Oh, okay. So my anxiety levels just like went down tenfold after kind of doing this. And again, I'm going to do a lot of this still tonight. I have some other de-stash and things. I have some like Lulu bags and actually like a purse that I'm going to post online. So I need to do some of that, take some photos at the very least of things. There's some books that came up on graphic audio, random stuff. I did the kitchen. Plan next week. See, daily work hours, buffer, personal time blocks. Oh, I already wrote scheduling massage already up in there. Rebook massage. Hey, I wrote that down already. So this is kind of done. Okay. So this was fun. So let me just give you guys, I'm not like a Happy Mail person, but I have this delivery coming tomorrow on Monday. This is my new planner cover that I keep teasing. It is my VDS cover. And which is like, Elena, you're doing like an unhauled year. Why are you getting another cover? Okay. I'll talk about this when I do the video of it. But first of all, TN is not a size that I've been in a lot. The TN covers that I have are already dedicated. So this one is my novel notes for the books that I'm writing. As I like write things down, I pull this out and I just scribble notes down. It's just a Sterling Ink 272 page. And that's is exactly what I bought it for, this purpose. And then my other notebook, which is not in this room, that's a TN size, is my like grief therapy and like morning pages, sort of like anxiety stuff. Like that's like my mental health / grief journal, if you will. And so I didn't have any covers for like my EDC. Correct? Okay. So I needed a cover for my EDC. Hence this cover, but this did not pass the vibe check on multiple fronts. And I'll talk more about that again as to why I'm not going to be using this cover and why this other VDS cover is going to kind of be my like ride or die for the coming year. Ooh, KB decided an M1 vertical compact. Yes. Pair it with a half-year notebook for dailies. Oh, see, I love that. Okay. I love that. Okay. Speaking of vertical, I need to go through and just sort of, I didn't think that I would use this at a glance this week, but I did. So I drew one for this week too. Of like what I want the week to look like. And this is what I don't want to draw every week, because I do love sort of the horizontal, like at a glance, but sometimes I just need to visually see what I want things to look like. And that doesn't mean that this is what they're actually going to look like. Because my daily timelines is like what actually happened that day, you know? Ooh, I just took some Adderall and I finally feel like it just hit. It takes like an hour to kick in. So this is why I wanted the vertical N1 insert also, because I don't know if I need to do this every week, but like I can use that vertical insert also to like do this layout that I just showed you of like, what is my capacity on a daily basis? Like that could easily go in the vertical insert if I need it. Cause I don't think I'll need all of these, like this plus whatever this vertical is. Like, I don't think I'll need this all every week. I think just this week I'm having a bit of like a brain meltdown. And I just needed the extra visuals to help me like process. Okay. So this is a call. I have 11 a.m. Miley and I have a 3:30 Cairo question mark. So this is going to be gym and then home, because I think I'm going to work from home tomorrow. And then Miley is one of my music students, and she's gearing up for an audition. So she's going to come see me Monday in the middle of the day at my house because she's off school that day. And she's 17, so she's driving herself, which is crazy because I've known her since she was, a kid, like 12. She's still a kid. This is lunch. This is lunch. Lunch. Okay. I have a 3:30 photo shoot on Saturday. BNI Zoom? Question mark. I may reschedule this. That's like a new member essentials. Okay, so Wednesday, and then I want gym. We're gonna go period. If it comes Tuesday, it's probably not gonna come to like Tuesday night and like morning into Wednesday. I've got 9 a.m. Lindsay and Courtney for 2 of my mentees. And then I have 2 p.m., which is Tia FCA. And then I have a 6:30 Anna lesson. And then Thursday, I have at 7 o'clock Saya lesson. I might follow up and see if they actually wanted that late or if she wants to come earlier. BNI. And actually, there's a little bit of buffer here for drive time. And then I have 10:30. One of my clients has a live call booked. And I have a Botox follow-up on Friday, but I don't think I need it. So I need to maybe look at this and cancel Botox question mark. Follow up lessons, Anna and Saya, because they're booked a little late. And Anna's makes sense, but like Saya and her mom coming for a 7 p.m. lesson, 7:15 p.m. lesson seems a little later than I think what they would normally want. So I will just confirm with them. Otherwise, I don't have any other music students this week. Okay. So this just gives me kind of an idea of what the week looks like. We're definitely going to do like gym on Friday at the very least, maybe a gym on Thursday. Saturday morning, we'll do gym plus work question mark. 1 p.m. get ready. I'll start getting ready for my photo shoot, like do my hair blowout and everything like that. So this kind of helps me see where there's big pockets of time, and I can kind of say, okay, this is where I can fit certain things in. Now, I don't know what I want to do with this just yet, but I think I'll use this kind of as the week goes on. So I'm going to see how Monday goes. And then once Monday's kind of wrapping up, I think I'll come back in here, plug in a few more things so I can kind of map out the rest of my week, because what I really want to do on this coming Monday, like I said, is hammer out all of this, like all of this. It's not hard stuff. It's just a lot of little shit for like random client things. And a lot of this, like some of this has been on for a couple weeks, and but more of it just came in this week, which is fine. Okay, so now how I'm going to set up my dailies. Gasp, I'm going to maybe do this a bit differently. As you'll see, I actually put, so I have its priority and personal. I need to do my fitness check-in. with my coach. So this means logs, spreadsheet, photos, and form. What's funny is even though I'm a fitness coach, I also don't like doing my fitness check-ins, mainly because it's inconvenient, but it's like it literally takes me 10 minutes, and so I can get over it. Because what else am I paying my coach for? So now what I want to do over here on this Monday is this is going to be kind of the work. But because I know that Monday is going to be more of the client resources and marketing, okay, I'm going to what page is this on? Page 236. This is not a pre-numbered book. I literally went through and numbered with a little gray fine liner all of these numbers. Does that make me crazy? Maybe. But I only numbered like the notes pages. Like the weeklies aren't numbered. Just the dailies and the notes pages. And then my journal pages are not numbered. So like this is my journal. I haven't journaled at all today, you guys. What? I didn't even write my gratitude yesterday. I had to come back and do this. Okay. And so I actually canceled these things. So this means that I can do 4% call and 3:30 Cairo. Question mark. Lauren stopped by. My friend is dropping by to bring me, she has like an unopened vial of some peptides that she's not going to use. And so we use the same peptide pharmacy. Actually, it's my peptide pharmacy that I'm affiliated with, and she uses them as my client. She meets with their stuff, but she has a vial of some things that are completely unopened. So she's going to bring them over to me because they're the same as what my prescription is. And she's not going to use them. And so it's completely unopened, completely unused. And so I'm going to get them and then figure out what to do with them. I don't know if like there's a specific way I need to get rid of them or anything like that, but like she doesn't need them. And she's like, I don't know what to do with these. I'm like, we'll just bring them by and then I'll figure it out. I'll reach out to like the pharmacy and be like, what do I do with this? She's not going to use them. Like, how do we dispose of this basically safely? I was like, I'll take care of it. Because she's using them by my recommendation. So I just want to take some responsibility, if that makes sense. Like I was like, I'll make sure they get taken care of. Okay. Personal. I need to also do the PopFlex return. I need to package, for USPS destash. And so the books that I have that I'm destashing, I want to kind of wrap those. And so that means that tomorrow I have the USPS drop off on Tuesday. And then I will have, because I might actually be able to get like the shipping labels online. You know what I mean? Like I think I can buy the USPS shipping labels online today, package them here at home, and then just drop them in the mail on Tuesday. Does that make sense? That way I don't have to like stand in line at the post office. Page 236, and then we have marketing stuff. And actually what I think I'm going to go over here do is for work, I'm going to I also need to see recurring. I actually don't know how I want to outline this marketing side of things. If I want to keep it on the same list or if I want to make up my own little kind of like sub list down here. But I also need to check my weekly. Check on mom. My mom and I text back and forth all day long because I just want to, A, know she's alive, and 2, make sure she's eating because she was getting this really bad habit of just like not eating. And I'm like, that's not an option. And then I want to do some hobby habits, log food, scalp treat, work out, at home physio, at home massage, trackers. So my at home massage is basically me doing just like self myofascial release at home. Vitamins. I did take a multivitamin yesterday. Oh, I already marked that off. Okay, cool. And I did check my monthly. Perfect. So pirate ship for discount shipping rates. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, because I have like these little, a couple of the books might be too small for the packaging that I have, so I might still need to drop those in like the regular packaging for USPS, but I don't even know where they are. I do have some envelopes stashed somewhere, but even so, even if it's just me buying the shipping label online, and then you know how the post office has those packaging just out when you go in during the week, if I can at least buy the labels online, then I can just slap them on when I get there instead of having to do like the self-serve thing for like 3 different packages. Anyway, and then what I might also do is maybe package up the Happy Mail too that I have that's been sitting that I want to get done. I have like stashes of Happy Mail for people that I've been meaning to send for like over a year, and I have their addresses saved in my notes. And if I'm going to be doing this, maybe I'll just do it all at once. So anyway, with that being said, I think that I'm pretty much... Oh, I need to set up my... daily recurring. Okay, who do I need to really follow up with this week? People that I know are like actively doing some things. Rue, Josh, Arlene, Gabby. Jerica. Kajabi. See screenshot. And I'll write those names down. Echo, Thea, Heather, Erica. Okay. That's really who I need to follow up with this week. I want to make sure for like my goals this week, I want to make sure that I actually do engagement daily with my community, because that really makes a huge difference. And it's in my daily recurring, but I've kind of been lax on it. That really does make a difference on my business page on like how my content performs, if that makes sense. So I have Everfit, Ghost Coaching Slack, FCA Slack, which I don't need to do. These two, I am still in office on FCA because that's where we're at. And then this is going to be IG, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Okay. Okay, is that... Okay, that's all the daily things I'm supposed to be doing every single day. Just for reference. Hence why like my days get so out of hand so quickly. So yes. So just engagement daily is a huge thing I actually want to focus on this week. I tried to kind of do it this last week and I didn't do it. And engagement is something I can do literally like even if I'm lying in bed. One of the things about my business and part of my motivation behind starting my business the way that it's structured is because I have chronic illness and sometimes I do have flare-ups, aka like when my endometriosis is being completely unhinged. I can still like contact and reach out to my clients as long as I'm not like vomiting or whatever. I can still just like, get on my phone from bed and like reach out to people, talk to people, offer support in real time, which is really, really nice. Okay, so I think that is pretty much my week set up, minus, Saturday, Sunday, Friday's closed out, except for I have my grocery list here. Wednesday's closed out, Tuesday's closed out, Monday is follow up Caroline. Monday's closed out. And this week is pretty much done, minus me checking off the last few things for cleaning and vitamins for the week. And that's pretty much it. So, all right, that wasn't too bad. That was like an hour and a half. Probably would have taken me less if I was talking a little bit less, but I think what I'm going to do is, for this week, I'm going to move habits, priority, and personal over to this side. Happy mail at the bottom, because I also have a couple things coming in Tuesday, and work on this side. I'm going to try that for Monday, Tuesday, and assuming it works okay Monday, Tuesday, I'll keep it going for Wednesday through the rest of the week, but I want to commit to that beyond more than a couple days. Just in case. And then just keep this whole side open for work, because my personal to-do list is usually a lot shorter, right? This is like the longest like a daily list would be. And a lot of this is just subtasks, right? So I think that will be okay. And when I adding my little extra check monthly and my little like check weekly into the dailies, like check weekly, that has helped a lot. And part of the reason I think moving my personal down here will work, because I don't always have notes, but if I do write notes over on this side, a lot of times they're for like work. Like, see, that's like work notes, but like, why couldn't it have gone on this side? So I think habits, priority, personal, then just work and whatever else over here will be a better use of this space, at least for right now. So we'll see how this goes. All right. Thank you everybody who turned in. Also, did you guys see that I'm using the same washi that I used this week? Because it's the washi from Planner Monkey Co. That's this like bookish washi in these like really dark romantic colors, and it's gold and silver, and it is my whole new personality. I am only buying things from a stationery perspective that I'm like a hard yes on. And for example, I don't have any journaling stickers that are holiday themed because I don't buy a lot of themed stuff. And last year I bought a couple sticker sheets from Taylor Ryan Design that were like my holiday journaling sticker sheets, and I really, really loved them. But she hasn't done her drop yet. Now she is doing a restock in like 5 days, and there's 2 neutral star washies that I am going to for sure buy, because they're 100% my vibe, right? And if I'm going to buy something because I'm going to do a washi clean out, and I think I'm going to be destashing a lot of my washi, I want to bring in some things that I know are like 100% absolutely yeses for me. I'm going to get a couple of those, but like keep an eye out for like the washis, because I'm literally going to be like, the no piles will just go onto my Instagram as like a destash, and I will be listing them for like, $1 a piece, like new and used washis, and like $1 a piece plus like $5 flat shipping. You know what I mean? Just so I can get them out and get them to people that will actually use them. I'm definitely not going to make any money on that sale, because like, the shipping will probably cost more than what some people will even want to buy at a certain point, I'm sure. But as that goes, it's kind of this thing of like, the only things I want in my drawer are the things that I know work, not the, oh, this is cute, I might use it type of thing. So that's going to be the vibe. So then the winter journaling stickers I got, I ended up buying the journaling kit for the winter from Planning with Kay, because she came out with some sticker sheets that are definitely the style that I would use. They're similar to the style that I've used in the past. And the colors were good. It's on matte paper. And the whole kit for like 7 sticker sheets that are winter themed that I will use over the course of like December and January was like $30 roughly, I want to say. What was the actually? It was, all 7 sheets was like $33, plus I had like a 10% off coupon from Etsy. And so then I ended up only spending like $33 on that whole sticker sheet, but those will get used through like, you know, December, January, and then I won't buy seasonal stickers again until the winter rolls around, because that's really the only time I care for like seasonal stickers. I'm not really a fall seasonal sticker person, and I'm not even really like a Halloween seasonal sticker person, but I do love the winter stickers because they're just so cozy during the months of December and January when it actually kind of gets cold in Arizona. So yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you enjoyed today, let me know. And can't promise there'll be another one next week because I just don't know what next weekend is going to bring. But if I can do another one, I definitely will. Plan with me a little live. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day.